Crusaders. I'm AJ.
And I'm Julius.
And today, Julius and I will be discussing about Sony's Spider-Man universe and their upcoming movies. So, Julius, what is the plan right now that Sony has informed us about?
So as we speak right now,
Mhm.
they could change it, and they always seem to.
Mm-hmm.
2016 in November, we're going to have Sinister Six.
Okay.
Then somewhere along in 2017, we're going to have the newly titled Venom Carnage movie, and a untitled female Spider-Man spinoff.
Okay.
Which we all assume is Black Cat, unless they want to do Spider-Woman or something.
If they decide for that movie, if they decide to do a character that isn't Black Cat, because they, released her, like they showed her in Amazing Spider-Man 2, Felicia.
Yeah.
I don't know what they would do. They could do a couple different people. I mean, there's been talks of Silver Sable. There's been talks of Spider-Woman. There's been talk of a clone of Peter Parker. We could do an ultimate version of Jessica Drew, which is a female version of Peter Parker. And then I've also heard of we have Spider-Woman, we have Black Cat. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's all I've heard. And so for them to do something besides Black Cat would be
and they've said she's the most believable, right? Like outside of trying to introduce another because this whole Amazing Spider-Man 2 was only you could be the Spider-Man. You were destined to be it, right? You need the Clark genes. So or not Clark, Parker.
Parker, yeah.
So to say, now a girl is Spider-Man, it just kind of defeats the whole purpose of what that movie was about.
I mean, maybe, or they could, it could be a clone of Peter Parker. It could have that same genetics, which, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the Clone Wars, and not Clone Wars, the
Clone Saga.
Clone Saga, excuse me. And but the Ultimate Verse, they did a lot that I feel like was really good. It was Doc Ock who was in charge of it. He was the big mastermind behind it all, and he made a ton of different clones. You had the classic, the Ben Reilly. You had a Kane who was a crazy and wanted to kill Spider-Man. But you also had this Jessica Drew, who is still in the Ultimate Universe now, and she actually has mentored Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man. And I think just seeing her would be really cool, because they've taken a lot, I mean, especially in recent Marvel movies, they've taken a lot from the Ultimate Universe. And so I think to see maybe a Jessica Drew, who's a clone of Peter Parker, that'd be pretty cool. You could do a lot with that, with cloning and stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like Black Cat would be...
Yeah, I feel like that would it's a bit out there right now.
It would be
the stuff that they set up. I think, I just think we'll see what they do in the Sinister Six movie, since that's coming up before.
Yeah.
What they set up, because I assume that's actually a fear I just thought, because this movie, Amazing Spider-Man 2, was trying to set up everything, had jam-packed too much in.
Yeah.
And now Sinister Six, I fear hopefully they learned. They might try to push and promote these new Venom and Black Cat movies, or whatever this is going to be. So we'll know what they're going to be doing sooner or later.
Yeah.
But Venom Carnage.
Yep, they announced,
So it's not Venom versus Carnage, it's just
Venom Carnage.
It sounds like a person's name.
I don't know. I'm excited about that movie, and people on different forums and threads have been saying, oh well, if they have Carnage in a movie, they can't have it PG-13 because Carnage is a killer, and that's ridiculous. I'm just saying that right now. If you can have Carnage in a movie and have it PG, you could, and him still being just as bad as he normally is. You don't need gore with Carnage. You don't. That's not what Carnage is about. He's about chaos. He's about destruction. He's not about just ripping people in half. That's not who he is. He is about just pure wickedness, which is more than just...
you can just have him what is it, Cletus Cassidy?
Yeah, Cletus Cassidy. I mean,
so he can really just you can go down the thing where he's a serial killer.
Yeah,
you can kill people. You just don't show blood. I mean that's what you do.
Yeah, and so
I just watched Expendables 3, or that's coming out.
Yeah.
They have no blood in that movie. I didn't like it for that, but it's just killing people over and over again, murdering hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And
And I think that when it comes to that kind of stuff, you can have Carnage in a movie and it not be overtly violent. I mean, that's not why I like Carnage. I like Carnage because of the threat that he poses to both Venom and Spider-Man, not because he's just gory. That's you're missing like a huge aspect of what Carnage is if you only focus in on that.
And then Venom, I think, is going to be interesting because I think they're definitely going on the a more anti-hero route for him.
I feel like you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
you need a hero. You can't just have pure villains.
Yeah, and I mean, and that will be interesting with, you know, Sinister Six and what they're, you know, hoping to do through that. But I would say, you know, with all these movies, I'm definitely most excited for the Venom Carnage movie that's going to come out in 2017. But it'll also be interesting to how these three movies will tie back into Amazing Spider-Man 3, which comes out in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I don't know. You know, this has me excited, but I've also been excited for a lot of things and also been very disappointed. So I'm going to kind of take a step back, especially with anything that Sony's doing, and just kind of watch.
I'd say they're probably at the bottom of the pack for like hype and like excitement right now, just because of this last movie. But I'm hoping they prove us, you know, that they can still push out good movies. So.
I mean, I'm rooting for them to be number one. I want them to be better than Warner Brothers and Disney and Fox. I want them to be the best because Spider-Man's my favorite character. So to see him at the bottom right now is a little disappointing. And other people might disagree.
Yeah.
Some of you guys might say, "Oh no, I'm so pumped."
Plenty of people love The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I didn't think it was awful. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we have for you guys today. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. And make sure you guys share us on all the various social media sites. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget to comment on which movie you are most excited for and what your theories are about the female lead and what they're going to be doing to tie all these movies back to Amazing Spider-Man 3 and just anything other stuff that comes with Sony's Spider-Man verse. So awesome. Thanks, guys. Stay ace.